Hello everyone, my name is Esther and I'm a story to tell, obviously. A friend of mine once asked me to write a piece on purity, and for lack of a better place to start, I decided to Google the word to kickstart my creativity. And when I did, the definitions that came up were lack of wholesomeness and lack of pollution and wholesomeness. And I was surprised initially, and then I was a bit angry because even while I understand where they are coming from, I refuse to accept that definition for us humans. And I'm going to tell you a story about a scar that had me feeling anything but wholesome and impure for years. So I remember coming back from school once when I was in primary school, and I came back to meet the fence of my house on the floor. A storm had caused it to fall, and the barbed wires were also on the floor. So I decided that it was going to be fun to jump over it one too many times, and so I did. And before I knew what was happening, I was in the tangle, I was in the mess, I was stuck there. Just imagine me dangling. So I screamed, I kicked, I shouted for help, and my cousin came out. And the first thing he said when he saw me was, "Oh my God, Esther, those barbed wires are rusted. Which they always get attached from that." And I was just there. I was like, yes, I think I figured that much. I was just help me out of here. And then he helped me out. I wasn't scared. I wasn't scared of what my mom was going to see. I wasn't scared because in my family we heal fast. But my cousin on the other hand, he was frantic. You think he was the one bleeding profusely. Well, he got the first aid kit. He did what he knew to do, and everything. So I was crying. All through this, I was crying. I went to sit down. My mom came home. She met me in a sober, reflective mood. You know how children can be when they face the consequences of their own action. So I walked up to her with my now purple wound, purple from all the GV my cousin had poured on it. I walked up to her and she was mad. The first thing she said was, "You're a girl, how can you be playing so carelessly? Look at what you've done to yourself now. You've reduced your bride price." When she said that, I was like, "Oh my God, no, my bride price." She was like, "You reduced your bride price. Don't you know that scars aren't pretty on girls?" And I just stood there. I was crying. I didn't know what to do with all this new information. I felt like there was always going to be rust in my blood after that exchange. So I thought I was going to be able to use that, the fact that I just bled my most, as an excuse not to go to school the next day. My mom thought it was laughable. Well, I still went to school the next day and I enjoyed the attention anyways. I for years my mom completely forgot that exchange, but I carried that exchange with me for a long time. I was suddenly obligated to explain to everyone who asked with horror on their faces what happened to me. And it was really something for me. And after a while, I grew up to realize that a lot of people have scars, and if you didn't have a gruesome scar, your childhood was boring. So and this is the definition Safari is giving: without contamination and wholesomeness. In as much as I'm not trying to say that scars are impurities, but I don't appreciate what my mom said to me, but I appreciate the fact that it gave me a story, which I'm now telling you guys, and it turned out to be a cute scar after all. This scar, it's not showing anymore, but yeah, thank you for listening.